Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 2021 video, and we're on My Team Career Mode, and we're going to be doing our next event, which is going to be the French Grand Prix, and we should be able to complete the French Grand Prix. If you did not know, we've skipped Monaco. I absolutely cannot race on Monaco. We've also skipped Baku, and we've also skipped Canada, as these tracks are unplayable for me. I'm not yet at that level that I can manage to play on these tracks. And either way, I'm coming last place, so I just opted to skip those tracks. We have purchased some R&D. We've used up our R&D to order some parts. We have gone for aero and we've gone for chassis. Our drivetrain is really up there, and durability is up there as well. One of our part on our engine is almost out, so we're gonna run that to the expiration, which is 46 more laps, 46 more laps. Then we'll change that out. That's our sponsors, and that's the current standing. Our driver championships, we're at 6th with 44 points, and we're at 5th in the constructors championships. We're at 5th with 44 as well. All right, so we're gonna start off now. We're gonna go and advance into the French Grand Prix, and then we're gonna get qualified, and then we're gonna come back we're gonna do practice one, then we're gonna come back for qualifying, and then for the race. All right, so I'll be right back after we have completed our practice session, and then we'll get back with qualifying and then for the race. All right, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're back. We've completed all 3 days of practice, and we're going to be moving on to the qualifying portions. So we're going to be doing our qualifying race, and then we're going to jump in and finish the race. So let's see where we can qualify. Here we go. One shot qualifying. So it's 1 laps, fastest laps win. The AI is up to 79, which is hard. So they should do a bit better than what we'd normally do. We're all going to be on the soft tires, so let's go. Alright, so here we go. We're going to give it our best. We're currently down to last place. Lewis Hamilton there up in first. We're going to try and catch up to Lewis. See if we can catch up to Lewis there. Taking some sharp corners. We're in the back. I think I should definitely turn down the AI back some more, as hard 79 AI seems to be a bit too strong for us here, as we're in the back. And Lewis is just gone. No problem, we're just gonna start off in the back, use some late overtaking and get some positions, and then we'll just make our way to the finish line from there. Alright, so we're starting from the back. Why is so much dust behind my car? I have no idea. So we're going from P22. Even better for us when we start from the back and make up a good amount of places. Hopefully we don't damage a car.
With qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Hamilton, Norris and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying...
Let's go to the race.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it.
I wouldn't say it's bad luck.
How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race?
Grid penalty?
How do you feel this season is going for you? Is the car competitive?
Team really getting it, and yeah, let's go with that.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right, so qualifying position, Gio Nancy, our rival. That's all right. We're gonna beat him anyways throughout the race. Even though we've turned up the AI a lot, so these guys are crazy fast right now.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
We're already starting in the back, so no problem with any penalties, because we're already starting in the back. Alright, let's jump into the race here. We're already starting from last place, so grid penalties the least of our worries.
Welcome along then to France.
Welcome
host
to
of the world
France.
famous Tour de France. But we're not talking two wheels
We've
today.
raced on
We're
France
talking
already
four,
in the
a
team
country widely
series,
thought
in
of
the
as giving birth
Breaking
to the
Point
art of
series,
motor racing back in
and
the
I
late
think I did some
1800s. We've come a long way since then,
GP
and you're
events
about to find out
on
how
France
far.
as
It's
well.
time for the French Grand Prix. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard.
We're going to need a
And
lot
lap
of top
covers an
speed
overall
on the
distance of
car, but we
3.6
do not
miles.
have
Average speeds will be somewhere in the
any
region of
presets.
142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. And as always, a
205
man with
miles.
plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
It's
All right,
time
let's
to take
hope
a
we
look at our
don't
starting
break
grid
and lose
for
our
today's
front wing in
race.
this one.
An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have
Verstappen.
Ricciardo,
Oh.
Verstappen,
Ricardo in
Charles Leclerc
P3,
and Sainz,
Verstappen in
Gasly,
P4,
Vettel, Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll. Norris,
Tsunoda
they'll be starting
P9.
further back after an earlier grid penalty.
Nice.
Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Perez, Antonio Giovinazzi, and George
Giovinazzi up
Russell.
in 17. Nice.
Delatraz, Mazepin.
Delatraz has gained
Latifi,
1
and
position in
King.
qualifying.
Now,
He
it's
normally
almost time for
qualifies in
lights
20,
out, so let's
so
go
he's
down
up
to
to
the track.
19 right now.
Okay, here we
So
go.
we have
I know
no
what you can do. Don't let me down.
setups. So let's just jump into the race. French VP. Off the clutch there, and it's lights out. Here we go. Come on, Mazepin, get out the way. Alright, turn 1
We've reached a
inside.
worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts.
Is that why we're smoking so much? Because we need to change some parts on our engine. Looks like that's why we're smoking so much. We're gonna go for the late break here. Put that car in there, pick up some position. Get that rubber out my car. Get out from under my car, rubber. We're now up into P20. And these guys are just flying away. That's why our car was struggling to qualify. Our engine is worn out, man. Can't even try for a late break in there. Our engine is worn out. I thought we could do 64 laps on this engine before it wears out, but I guess not. So we'll have to switch to the next engine. This engine has no power at all to finish this race. And why didn't they tell me in practice that our engine was... Oh my god. Alright, let's just finish the race. Get out of the way. Come on. Don't damage my car. And he's just gone. Let's tuck in behind. Then we're gonna swing to the inside for the late break. All right, got that one. Fight it. Come on. Battling with Mazepin. And I was wondering, why was my car smoking like that? That's why. No damage inside.
Okay, we're hitting the rated limits on the MGU-H. The power unit is going to be more prone to overheating.
Some block there. Couldn't defend as our engine is basically dead. We came to the GP with a dead engine. Wow. Can't believe we came to the GP with a dead engine. The engine is basically shot.
Alright, we're seeing a loss of power from the turbocharger now. Loss of power on the turbo.
Loss of power on the turbo. Alright, so the engine is basically shot. The ICU is gone. Yeah, the engine is basically shot. So we're definitely not gaining any position. So we should just retire because of engine failure. Or should we just run until this engine blows up? This is a disappointment. And this track was so good for us. I was so good on this track. This is a disappointment. We're gonna turn down back the AIs. They're too strong.
Enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within
They're definitely too strong now.
And in the DRS zone.
They're definitely too strong now. They've gone left us in the dust, especially with our power unit problems. So we definitely have to keep an eye on that. So we'll have to change all those power unit parts. And the car is like smoking.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards will give you a penalty.
What can we do to solve this engine problem? That's what you should be telling me. Telling me about cutting corners. We need to get this engine problem down. Cut off all the downforce so our car can get some more speed. We're barely revving in 4th gear. In 8th gear, we're barely revving out. Car is not even revving in 8 at all. Let's just finish the race. We came to the GP with a blown engine, with a wear down engine. We did practice on the engine and nobody said anything from in practicing that our engine is gonna be a problem. See if we could change it from practice. Nothing. And then when we're in the race now, they're telling us that our engine has problems. Crazy. I need to fire my race director. Race director, you need to be fired, bro. Wait, I am the race director. Oh my god.
This is your final lap of the race.
Alright, so we're gonna recoup and come back for the next round. So as you can see, guys, those of you who have not yet played F1 2021, it's a lot of things that you need to pay attention to, not just getting better at racing, as I was just mainly focusing on getting better at racing. So there's a lot more than just getting better at racing to focus on.
We're the last of the running cars. Latifi ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 9.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. This is your final lap of the race. This is your final lap of the race.
Yeah, so the AIs are too strong for us at this stage, so we're gonna bring it back down to about 60. Yeah, we're gonna bring them back down to about 60 for the next one.
Take care of the car on the way in.
As we're gonna celebrate with Lewis Hamilton here. Oh, Max Verstappen is the driver of the day. Did he win?
A great race then, and a
Lewis
fantastic
Hamilton win.
victory here at Paul Ricard.
Or was it Bottas who won?
And talk to me.
Yep,
What do you
Bottas
think it
won.
was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Alright guys, so we're gonna switch out
I can see
that
the drivers
engine.
starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory
Verstappen,
today.
Lewis and
Everybody
Bottas.
played
Bottas
their
got this
part.
one.
Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to see how things are shaping up.
Well, at least we're still in 7th place on our Constructors'
Let's have your take
Championship.
on it. How do you feel these grid penalties are affecting the sport?
Yeah, I blame the
Why do
team
you
for
think you weren't as quick
that
as your
one.
teammate today? Do you have any comments about the collisions?
What collisions?
Appreciate your time.
Okay. What collisions though? Where's she talking about? We don't know. Alright, so we're going back to the garage after finishing last place, back to headquarters. We're going to change out the power unit. Australian Grand Prix next. Where's that power unit? There it is. So we need a new power unit. So we're moving it over to 2 and hit OK. We're just going to change out all of these parts to 2. Every single one to 2. We're not going to leave any to run. Well, this one could stay. It's still fresh. Have a good amount of... Yeah, let's just move it up to 2 as well. Alright, so our engine should be nice and fresh for the next event. Let's set some activity. The next event is right away. We're not going to jump straight into the next event until the next video. Let's set some activity. Let's go there. And we're going to add that one as well. Alright. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. If you made it to this portion of the video, use code word king failed to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. We're gonna move back down the settings from hard, and we're bringing it back down to 60. All right, we're gonna be at the beginning of hard at 60, so we're gonna put it at 60. I don't know why I thought we could have performed at 79, which is gonna be at the top of hard, but yeah, that's that. So we'll continue from there into the next one. So use code word king failed to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watched the full videos for all your support. And that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.